Okay, gentlemen, welcome back to my shop. And today on my table is the Makita chainsaw, electric chainsaw. Okay, so UT4030A. As you can see, it's 1800 watts, made on 2070s. So it's an old tool. It's a 10 years old tool. So of course it seems a lot and bad, cold and nice in that years. We can see the normal wear and tear signs, like a rubber getting out from the handle. Okay, it's all scratched. You can see how the guide bar protection looks, so it's almost no protection here. Okay, so what about this chainsaw? The customer is complaining that the chain is getting loose when the chainsaw is working. So okay, now it's even not tightened. Okay, one of the problem is that this guy that holds the guide bar just falling out. So as we can see, we can need just to insert it again, or of course we need a spring here, because the spring was inside here. Okay, so I think we will change all this handle. Now about this one of the complaints from the customer was that the tool cannot tie the chain. So okay, first of all I will remove the chain with the chain stand. Okay, we can see that the guide bar is really used here, so, and here on the end, so definitely we need to replace it. You can see how it going, the curve here. Okay, of course, if you are changing guide bar, change the chain. So okay, now about this, I don't know, it's like a clutch drum or something. Okay, I will remove the ring. Then I will go back to the guide bar tension mechanism. Okay, we can see that this part is it's here and here, so it's worn out here. So definitely we need to replace it. Okay, I will write it down. Okay, so now we'll take this side. Okay, so it's a tension mechanism. Okay, first of all I will unscrew the screw. Okay, it's a normal PSU screw. So removing the screw, it's a flat washer here. Okay, the flat washer and the cap, it have a groove here. I will put in here. Okay, and we have, okay, so Hitachi spare parts view from the previous repair. Not made a video of it, sorry. Okay, so removing the ball, don't lose it. Okay, so, and the spring is inside. Of course you can leave the spring. Okay, yeah, here's the spring. So now we have the cover here. I will take the drill. Okay, and the screw here is a screw. So I'm just unscrewing it, putting it to the box, removing the cap with a screwdriver, and what can we see here? We can see how it moves. It's a nice gear with a worm or pinion or something. Okay, I don't know how it calls in English. So now, okay, it's a flat washer here, then goes the gear. Inspect the corners here. What can I see from these corners? That the customer chain is getting loose because the worn out of this, I don't know, it's a clutch drum or something, how it calls. Okay, of this part. So Of course, we need to check the thread of this bolt, so it's going good. Okay, this end is not damaged. You can push out the other gear. Can check if it have damage or not. Okay, we can see the slight damage here. I will try to clean it in some way. Okay, maybe with you. Okay, we can see that the corners is damaged a little bit here, so okay, yeah, we can see by looking the side that it's really damaged. So we need a new gear here. I don't know, it cost about not more than €5. Okay, so the cover itself is good. Of course, it's need a little bit cleaning. Okay, you can clean it with your finger. Okay. Now I will change my gloves. I'm using the, I don't know, it's in Germany. Untersuchungsschuhe. Okay, whatever. So screen touch meter blue. It's there without powder. I don't know. Okay, yeah, manufactured by Top Glove Europe in Germany. So yeah, they're really nice gloves, really strong and durable when you're using them on greasy parts. So that's really good for repairing the power tools. Okay, maybe for repairing the cars it will not be good. Okay, so just enough of shit. What can we do now? We can of course check the oil, if it's oil inside or not. Yeah, we can see that it's some oil inside. I will not turn it on, I think. Okay, you can check the brake if it's work or not. Okay, now the brake is on, now brake is off. I cannot spin it. Okay, I can spin it. The brake is on, it's hard to spin it. Okay, so the brake is working, that's very good. Okay, so to get inside the saw, we can do that in two ways. We can remove the handle and the carbon brushes. Okay, check the carbon brushes. I think I will do that. Okay, you can see that they are all wet. When carbon brushes are wet, you need to check them if they are moving easily. Yep, now they are moving easily. Of course, they need to be dried out. Okay. What we have here? We have. Okay, it's a good carbon brushes. So, of course, we can disconnect it or not. It's no difference in this case. Okay, so the problem is when you're removing the handle, the saw not stands like that. So, okay. Now just unscrewing the old screws. I can see. Okay, always check these teeth. They must be not very sharp, but sharp, not round. So, okay, it's a bolt out here. Okay. So, what we have here? Of course, wood with grease, full of dirt. Okay. Yeah, we can see the oil filter here, so it's sometimes the tool cannot get all out because it's all dirty, so you need to just remove it, turn on the saw, it will go, the grease with all dirt will go out, and you will put it on again. I don't know why Makita did this one, because maybe when the tool is working it can be filled up with a dirty wood or something, because why you need to put filter on the outgoing grease when it's only greasing the chine and you are filling up with a clean new grease. So I don't know why. Okay, now it's only a housing. So what we need to check more? Okay, so it's the grease inside. I will just disconnect it. Okay, I don't want to get it out, so what can I do? I can put a screw in. I'll just take the screw. You can put the screw inside it and the grease will not go out. You can see it's a grease lever. So, okay. Now, what can we do now? Okay, it's a micro switch. When the stop is working, now the protection is working, now it's off. So, okay, it's a switch. I will try to remove it. It's a second switch with a spring. You can see the cord, the switch. Okay, so now we need to remove this gear to get to the oil pump to get it removed, so we can try to put it out with our fingers. Okay, you can see the eccentric here, the white one is here is on the ball bearing. Okay, inspect the gear, it looks very nice. Okay, it's cut from some kind of a metal. Okay, of course, check both ball bearings if they are wobbling or not. Now they are good. Okay, for the oil pump, the gear is spinning and the S is moving all backward and forward, and how the oil pump is working. Okay, to change the oil pump, you just need to put it out, take it, of course, remove the rod here, and don't forget the O-ring inside. It's a O-ring. Okay, so now I'm not changing the oil pump because it's good. How to know the oil pump is good or not? Just try to on the saw when it's assembled. Okay, but I know that because the customer told that, so I believe in my customer, of course. Why? I don't know why customer need to lie you. Okay. So now I think we want, okay, it's a O-ring here damaged. I not seen it before, so we need new O-ring. Okay, so it's a 4 screws here. They are holding the motor housing and they act like a ball bearing housing. So we need to unscrew all 4 screws. Okay, and take this out. Okay, it was very easy. Okay, now you can see the protection, how it works. Okay, when we are working, this handle is like this. So when something happens and we have a kickback, push the handle out. So when we push it out, it is like this. So when we push it out, this part gets down this part. So okay, I will do that with the pliers. Okay, as you can see, what happens then, this one goes to the front and the gap here around this tension spring getting smaller, so because of a friction the armature getting stopped. Okay, the armature getting stopped because it's like a brake drum. It's all around the spring, it's all around it. So when you tension the spring, because normally the spring is here, okay, fuck, it's not so easy to put it back, of course. Okay, so when the spring is like this, it can fit inside, it spins, everything is good. And when it starts to work, okay, you can see now how the spring will go out there. Okay, yep, spring got out there. So it's getting stopped. Okay, what we need to check, of course, we need to check this part if it has no big scratches or something. Now it don't have it. For checking the gear, so it's good. Checking the ball bearing, it's good. Okay, and checking the second ball bearing, it's a little bit wobbling, but it's still good. So what can I say? For 10 years old chainsaw, it's looked perfectly. That's a 10 years. Okay, really 10 years old, so the tool seen a lot of work. Okay, of course it need to be cleaned like in a place like this. Okay, that's not a big problem. So okay, now for this one is small repairs. Most of them are wear and tear. So we need a new drum for the chine. We need a new chine. We need a new guide bar, O-ring. Okay, and one of the gears. So that's really nice. Okay, that's a great tool. Been seeing on the manufacturing date. Okay, so thank you for watching. For now, it was a Makita UC 4020A electric chainsaw, corded chainsaw. So okay, thank you for watching. Of course, please subscribe to my videos if you are not subscribed. If you, I don't know, have comments, have what to say, bad or good, just say that on comments in a video. Okay, for now, thank you for watching and bye. See you in my next videos.